Hello, hello everybody. Welcome back to Amateur Hour Sports for today's Toronto Raptors watch party. I'm back for the Sunday game here. We got the Sunday game against the Portland Trail Blazers. The Raptors, they've been trying to lose some games. Yep. But they've won 6 of their last 7. So, not the best run of things for the Raptors. Complicated situation to be in. But hey, here we are. Let's see how things go for the rest of the season, huh? We will be here. How many? 15 more games to go in this season, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting through this. We are working on it. But we are going to do what we can here. So let's see how things go today, huh? Let's see how things go today. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everybody had a great weekend. It's been a crazy, crazy busy weekend for me. So nice to settle in, get ready for the Raptors game tonight. Nice to settle in, get ready. Well, in this evening, but let's see how it goes. Raptors for the first time in a while are pretty comfortable underdogs in this one. Last I checked, I'll just double check. It was 6.5-point favorites in favor of the Blazers. The Blazers now favored by 7 points. I would concur with that. The Blazers have been playing some good ball this season and haven't really decided to give up on everything as of yet. The Raptors are ahead. We know the situation. Not trying to win games, but they've just gotten out-tanked, man. Absolutely. Positively out-tanked. Not much they could have done against the Jazz. The Jazz, they guess... The first one against the Jazz, I thought they should have pulled starters earlier. They didn't. Did well to lose that one to the Wizards. Beat the Wizards in a game where I felt like there wasn't much they could do. The Sixers, they literally did everything they possibly could have to lose that game. I mean, they benched everybody for that one and still won. It is what it is. Recent game against the Jazz, they kind of just went, you know what? We're going to win anyways. Let's just play our guys and not try too hard on that one to lose. So, anyways, here we are. 6 wins in the last 7. Unfortunate damage to our tankathon standings, but the 76ers did win today. So maybe we can lose and make up some ground on them once again. Get within half a game. But our schedule's just been too easy. So, complicated spot for the Raptors, but let's see what they do. Let's see how they manage here. And let's see if they can get through and maybe lose a game here. So we'll see. Chat's not showing up over here. Let's fix that. Anyway, so everyone's had a great weekend. St. Paddy's Day weekend, always a busy one for myself. Had quite a few events going on this weekend. It's also a friend's birthday on St. Patrick's Day, so we did some stuff this weekend. Out on Friday night. I was at the TFC game yesterday, so I was out all day. I was just out watching some soccer as well. So it's been a crazy weekend. Monday's a crazy day. So I am going to be tired all week because I didn't make up any sleep this week, which is what I normally do on the weekend. But it is what it is. We'll still have a good time tonight. So yeah, let's see how this one goes. But how's everyone's weekend? What did you guys get up to? You guys ready for the game today? You guys watched the game when the Raptors beat the Jazz? I unfortunately missed that game. I was out with some friends, as I said. We were celebrating a friend's birthday. I figured they'd win based on the lineups. The Raptors were actually underdogs for that game, which did not make sense based on the personnel they had. Yeah, the Raptors were 2.5 for that game. I think they closed 2. I bet them at 2.5. I just thought, yeah, with all these guys playing, they're probably gonna win this game, and they're underdogs. And ended up working out for myself. First night of a back-to-back for the Raptors, though. Here they're gonna be live again tomorrow against the Suns. That's gonna be a late night game. There's going to be a 10 p.m. scheduled start time. I work Monday nights, and I usually finish up my work after stream. So tomorrow I've got to finish all of my work before the stream starts. So I'll probably be, I'm going to try and stream, but I'll be more of a game time decision for tomorrow's game, just because I'm not done work in time. Like I can't really do the stream until like 1 in the morning, and then do work after that. So anyways, I'll do my best. I should be able to stream, but no absolute positive guarantees for that one today. But we're here today, so let's enjoy this one. Let's indeed have a good time. What's this? What are they showing? Some dunk scores? Oh, man, the Jazz are just too good at tanking for us. Let's say what's up to the people in the chat. Thank you for joining me here today. A couple members joining us. Sumaya, thank you so much for hanging out here once again, as always. YB and Fat Boy also here. Thank you for joining. How you doing? Haircut, Motoglow says. No haircut. No, I haven't got a haircut in a while. A few weeks. I do kind of need one soon though. I've been keeping my hair short for like the last year or so. Maybe a little bit more. It's nice because I don't have to worry about it, being out of place or anything, and I can wear hats, no problem. But man, when it gets long, it gets rough. You gotta keep it really trim when you keep it short. If you're gonna keep it short, you gotta keep it really short all the time. So, anyways, I've got to worry about doing that. Also here today, Alder joining us, saying for what it's worth, 76ers won. Indeed. Good news for the Raptors. Moto Glows also says RJ is out. Yes. Unfortunate to be without RJ today. So we'll see how they... Well, is it unfortunate? It makes sense. I'll probably play tomorrow. It's a back-to-back. Maybe Barnes and Quickly out tomorrow as well, just to make up for that. But I'm going to look for the starting fives here. Yeah, so Shed is back. We'll see how many minutes he gets. Jameson Battle starts. Ochai Agbaji starts. Scotty Barnes starts. Oh, so no Manuel Quickly. Sorry. Oh, yeah. Manuel Quickly was ruled out like yesterday. RJ was a decision today. So maybe they'll be back tomorrow. Barnes probably out tomorrow. Apparently Mobo is back for this one, which is good news for the viewers. I enjoy watching Jonathan Mobo play. So, yeah, Mobo officially available for this one. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to see him play. I'd rather see him play than I'd rather see him play than Colin Castleton. That's for damn sure. Do you think the game's gonna be interesting? I don't know. I hope so. Some of these games haven't been so interesting, so hopefully this is one of those games, because yeah, there's been some unfortunate games for the Raptors. It's been tough to get up for some of these games. So hopefully this one comes through for us here today. Did Roden run out of games on his two-way? I don't know. It's possible they have just tossed him down. At a two-way, you need to have played 50 games. Was he playing earlier this year for Charlotte? I think he got 4 games, so I don't know. I remember hearing something about him having like a maximum amount of games to play, but also like I don't really understand how he could have had a maximum amount of games to play. Let me see. Tip of 10, they waived him. He's featured out of 5. Got claimed by the Hornets. Waived by the Hornets. Raptors picked him up. I'm trying to see. I don't see anything that stops. I haven't seen anything. Like, if somebody can confirm, that'd be great. But I'm not sure. Two-way. Can I go like maximum amount of games? To my knowledge, two ways can be can play in. It can be on 50 games. Can like be on the bench for 50 games or play. Okay, Google AI. So yeah, 50 games with their NBA team. This is what I thought. But apparently he might be close to it. But he's only played in. Granted, he could have been on the bench for some games. Played one side at a time. Only players 50 games. Be active for 50 games. Okay. I don't see anything that makes him hit that threshold. So Google AI says he can play in. Well, Google AI is wrong. Sorry, the Google AI is so trash. I don't even know why they have it. Anyways, I would like some confirmation, but I'm struggling to find it. Even trying to like, if Twitter search function wasn't shit now, I could maybe look it up as well. Only had 12 games on his two-way slot. He's already used 5. Oh. How did he only have 12 games? Did he just sit on the bench a ton for the Raptors and Hornets earlier in the year? Like, what is this? He was in the G League for the Raptors, and he got a two-way deal, or he got a deal with the Hornets. Let me look at his game logs. All right. DNP. So with the Hornets. Okay. So, I mean, he's on a two-way deal. Now I'm freaking confused. Because he's only even had an opportunity to feature in 31 games, according to Basketball Reference. There's a big gap here when he got cut for the Hornets. I am very, very confused. All right. Well, when the Raptors signed him, he had 12 games left on his two-way deal. Like 12 games left of eligibility on his two-way deal. I don't know how. I don't know why. But, yeah, he can only play in 7 more games, apparently. Only be active. And the Raptors have 15 games remaining, including tonight. So there it is. But it kind of helps us lose. I don't know. Apparently it doesn't reset. I don't know what it is, but he's got 7 games left, which I wasn't aware of. Ingram is not playing. No way. Ingram, there's no point of bringing this guy back. There's no point. We're trying to lose games. He's gonna help us win some of those games. What are the standings like? How far is Chicago away from us? 4 games. Jeez, man, 4 games. If we win tonight, we're 3.5 back. Oof. We gotta start losing a little bit more, man. No. Roden, sure. Maybe he was helping the winning, but it's probably more focused on the eligibility he has for the Raptors. So, again, I don't understand it, but it is what it is. If you guys are enjoying so far, you ready for the game? Remember to hit that like button to support the content here. Almost game time here with the Raptors in Portland. First night of it back-to-back. Tomorrow in Phoenix, so making the trip south after today. Raptors get on a flight. Got all day to prepare in Phoenix. Probably pretty good. So this will be a tough game. This will be a tough game. Should be ready to go momentarily here. I'm also in the last day of this matchup in my fantasy league, and I'm in my semifinal. And it's a very, very, very tight semifinal thus far. Very tight. So it's on a knife edge heading into this last game here. Let's see how it goes. Thankfully, my star guys played today. Like, I was worried Giannis. Well, actually, Giannis isn't confirmed in yet. He's probable, though. Thankfully, Donovan Mitchell did play. Had a pretty good day. Oh, no, he didn't. He was 9 of 28. Damn, he kind of cooked me, actually, with that. Yeah, I might lose on free field goal percentage. It might be Donovan Mitchell's fault, but he got a lot of points. I don't know what to think. It happened, so just got to deal with it. I did win the regular season, but it's going to be tight for the rest. We'll see. My fantasy Premier League as well. I think I won my week. Anyways, almost game time. 15 more of these to endure, ladies and gentlemen. 15 more. And perhaps close to 15 more door shots. All right, let's get the door shot in pregame today. So 0 of 10 on the new net. Yes, 0 of 10 on the new net. If anybody was here for the last stream on Wednesday, you may recall I was pushed to take a practice shot, which went in. So, you know, it's proven I can make it. But it was unofficial, therefore it does not count towards the score. We've got work to do here. Let's try to make this one. I got the OG jersey on today, so maybe I'll channel OG today. Brick. Absolute brick. I gotta get one. Before the season's over on this set. Surely just one. That counts. 14 more to go. I probably won't stream. I can almost guarantee I'm not going to stream all 14 games. Let me just look at the calendar. So Monday, tomorrow I should stream. Wednesday, no problem, I'm streaming. Next week, nothing's conflicting with the games as of yet. No issues. The week after, again, no issues. And okay, the final 2 games of the season are iffy. It's the Friday, the 11th game, second last game of the season, is a almost definite not streaming because I will be away. I may or may not return for the 13th. But definitely the 11th, almost definitely the 11th, I'll be out. So maximum 14 games, might do 13 more, might miss another one like in between. So I won't be hitting the goal of 70 games this season. I think if the Raptors were serious, I would have hit the goal. But there's been a couple games here and there that I'm just kind of busy, and I just don't really want to move things around to watch, Garrett Temple get 20 minutes or 10 minutes and Colin Castleton getting 30 minutes. You know what I mean? So that just kind of is what it is. But we'll do high 60s in games for sure. And I think that's pretty good still. Pretty good. I do want this game to start on time though. I got work after. I got to do some work after this. White Lotus after this. So it'd be nice if they could speed this one up a little bit and get this one started here. But yeah, as far as like, preparing for the game, I got nothing for you. Absolutely nothing for you. Playtime wise, I mean, Portland are good. They might beat us and just, we can play our guys the whole game. Doesn't matter. They might pull Barnes for the fourth quarter. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll endure. We've endured this far. We can endure a little bit more. When is the draft lottery, though? I'm really looking forward to that. See if it was all worth it. The NBA draft lottery is May 12th. May 12th. So May 12th rings a bell. What's on May 12th? A Monday. Is it really on a Monday? If it's on the Monday, I got nothing. May 12th, NBA draft lottery. Okay. Yeah, I'm fine. All right, May 12th, there will be, of course, a NBA draft lottery watch party. That's always a fun one. Last year was a downer because the Raptors did not keep their pick. But because they didn't keep their pick, they now have this year's pick. And that could prove to be more valuable than what ends up being Rob Dillingham getting selected with the pick. So we'll see. Again, we'll see. Although, if they do keep winning like this, they may end up in the play-in tournament. And if they make the playoffs, then they won't even be involved in the draft lottery, which would be completely, utterly tragic. Completely tragic. The last 8 games or so, they've tried to lose. They've made an effort to be worse and to try and lose the last 8 games. They have won 6 of them. Just isn't really working out for us on the tank front. It's depressing. I made a video about it. I was like, man, it sucks. Like I'm just so demotivated. This team has me so like unmotivated to care about them at the moment, unfortunately. Hopefully next year is all better. We can enjoy them again. We can celebrate them again. We can cheer for wins. I hate this. People like in the comments on YouTube telling me I'm not a fan because I want the team to lose. Like, man, shut up. Like, you're not so high and mighty, man. Always wanted your team to win. Yeah. Then if you wanted that, then the Raptors wouldn't have Scotty Barnes. They'd have fucking, I don't know, like Josh Giddey or something instead. Or James Bouknight. I don't know. Maybe they would have selected Davion Mitchell with their pick. Like, yeah, they tanked hard and got a really good pick, Scotty Barnes. Now they're way better, in a better spot as a result. Don't be all high and mighty saying not a real fan wanting your team to lose. Like, welcome to the NBA, man. This is the league they've created. Losing is beneficial. I watched the New York Giants. The New York Giants, my favorite football team. 2 weeks left in the season. They had lost both games. It was in their hands. All they got to do is lose both games, and they would have had the first overall pick. First overall pick. And in second last game of the season, they won. And therefore now the third pick, and therefore may or may not get a quarterback, which they desperately need. Losing sometimes helps. You're a logical fan because you want your team to. It's just logical. It is what it is. Luckily, it is deep. What's going on, Nick Killer? Unfortunately, I did not follow up the practice shot I took on Wednesday. Today's shot was front rim. Front rim and out. Just it ain't happening. It ain't happening. A shame. A shame, a shame, a shame. I'm working. I'm trying. One day, I will hit it. We've got at least 12 more streams after this, I'd say. Or after this. At least 11 more, maybe 12 more streams after this. I'm going to make one for y'all. Suggs ain't bad. I guess he's not bad, but, you know, Barnes is better. The Raptors got Scotty Barnes. Sometimes tanking's helpful. Tanking's a lot more helpful than making the play-in tournament. I'll tell you that. I'd definitely rather get a better pick than make the play-in tournament. You offer me a lottery pick or the 8th seed. I'm probably taking the lottery pick over the 8th seed. You think I want to get throttled in 4 by the Cavs? Not really. Not really, man. The Cavs have comfortably beaten us every game this season. They've blown us out, I think, in 1 or 2. They've definitely blown us out once. They might be twice. We had a decent game at Cleveland, but yeah, they've had us. I don't think we get a game. I mean, maybe if Ingram's back, and you've got Barnes, Barrett, quickly, Pirtle, maybe, but I don't know. I think they still win comfortably. 5 games max. So I'm looking at the lottery. Anyways, 6 fucking 14. Adam Silver, you want people to watch the league more? Maybe start the games on time, dude. We are not 5th worst. We are currently 7th worst, and a loss today does not change that. We are still 7th worst. So keeping the pace, looking to lose today. Portland are good. Portland are a good team, and we'll likely win this game today. And they get started with the first back to the air from Donovan Clingan. All right, 2-0 for the Blazers out the gate. Let's see what the Raptors got. Pirtle in the corner for 3. And, nah, bro. Jakob Pirtle. Jakob Pirtle, corner 3. They run the opening play for Jakob Pirtle to take a corner 3. I am not convinced he's ever made a 3 in the NBA. I'm double-checking this right now. I don't believe Jakob Pirtle has ever made a 3 in the NBA. I'm looking at his totals in his career. Okay, that is the 3rd 3-pointer of Jakob Pirtle's career. Well. Sportsnet TV broadcast shows the Blazers played with red jerseys, Raptors wearing white. Yes, the Raptors in white today. 3 of 7 in his career. Well, that is definitely a play the defense would not be expecting. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, that's the 8th 3-point attempt of his career. So the Raptors take the 10-4 lead. That is the 8th attempted 3. Oh, no, sorry. That's a lie. That is the 7th attempted 3 of his career. He's made 3 of them. That is the 2nd one he's ever made for the Raptors. So he's 3 of 7 in his career. If he's 3 of 7, why does he not shoot more? Because if he shot more, he wouldn't scale up with 3 of 7. All right. Y'all wanted to stretch 5. Maybe we got one already. So, yeah, Yak has made 3 of his 7 3-pointers in his career. I've made 0 of 11 door shots on this new net. So, perhaps Jakob Poeltl is the better shooter. Yep. That is 3 of 7. That is 43%. I promised if he took 100 threes, he would not be shooting 43%. I mean, I guess Darko's just having some fun, trying some dumb shit with the tank, and it pays dividends to start the game. Let's see if it continues. Raptors lead 10-4. Blazers call a timeout there, and we'll see what it looks like when we come back. He just was in the corner, took a 3. I didn't look like ridiculous. Like, it looked like decently smooth, I'd say. Good for him. I don't think he's going to take another one today, but who knows? He's 1 of 1. Got a lot of game to go. Let's see what happens. Hopefully my opponent in fantasy doesn't have this guy. That'd be tragic. Help out the guy. Yeah, my fantasy league is coming down to the absolute wire, boss. Hoo-wee. This replay of it. Yeah, Form doesn't look like somebody who's only taken 7 threes in his entire NBA career. But if apparently Darko told the Raptors commentators before the game, he said, you won't like try to guess what the first play I'm gonna run is. So it was a calculated measure for Poeltl to take that shot. Back from the commercial break, guys. How many own goals did I score today? 400. Barnes lays it in. Raptors up 12-4. All right, guys. Good start. Let's calm it down, though. Let's calm it down a little bit. We're 5 of 5 from the field to start the game. Let's chillax. 12-2 run and all. Here's Simons. It's offensive foul here. I just hope there's someone who bets the under on Poeltl threes every game. I doubt it's a market you can even bet on. I doubt like if somebody's even offered. I'll double check actually. Yeah, you can't even bet on Poeltl threes because he just never shoots them. Abaji blocked by Klingon at the rim. 12-4 here. Who are we likely to play in the play-in if we make it? Orlando or Atlanta? Or Miami, I guess, but one of those 3. Abaji, corner 3. We'd be away for both games we play as well. You got to win 2 in a row. If you're the 10 seed, you got to win 2 games in a row. And we'll be away for both those games. Do we have any of those 3? Like the 3s? Poeltl's made 2 for the Raptors now. 1 before he got traded to the Spurs and 1 today. If we win any of those 3, well, we'd be underdogs in all 3. But it's not impossible to win both. Barnes guarded by Kamara, puts it off the glass, and he's going to head to the line. So Raptors, great start to this one. They're up 12-4, and Barnes looking to add on to the points at the line. Not the start that many Raptors fans were looking for. Kamara is in my fantasy team. I do need a big game from him. If we have our full-strength team, don't you think we have a chance to beat the Cavs we make out of the play-in? No, I don't, actually. I think we have a chance to win one of the 5 games, but no, they'll handle us. Klingon to Kamara. Now Avdia. And stolen away. Pirtle outlets to Barnes. Now Shed lobs it up. Abaji throws it down. Raptors up 16-4. They're on a 16-2 run. After Klingon got the first basket of the game, the Raptors, 16 of the next 18 points are theirs. Another miss by the Trailblazers. And a loose ball foul called. I think there's teams that the Cavs would rather play than a fully healthy Raptors teams in the first round, but I don't think they'd have much of a fuss getting through us. When's the last time the Raptors were an 8 seed? When's the last time they weren't even, when's the last time they were worse than a 5th seed for the playoffs? Am I, just misremembering the last 10 years? Or last, 15 years? Because from what I remember, they've always been division winners, so 3 seed or even a 4 seed or better. And then the one year against the Sixers, they were the 5 seed. 2007, apparently. Man, if we make the playoffs, we're usually a good seed. We're not usually the underdogs. Except against the Sixers, like I said. But that we weren't even big underdogs for that one. Kamara down low to Klingon, spins off Pirtle. Misses the lay-in, and Shaden Sharp rises up to put it back, and Portland finally get themselves on the board, 18-6 here. Here's Lawson going past Sharp. Now Pirtle floats it in. Raptors offense is smooth tonight. Man, they're on pace for 45 first quarter points, 44, something like that. Another turnover by the Blazers. Oh, man. This is not what we wanted. This is not at all what we wanted. Bring in the cavalry. Colin Castleton checks in. Castleton in for Barnes. Shed in the corner. Abaji, pump fake inside to Pirtle. Another floater is good, and Jakob Pirtle's off to a big start tonight. 22-6 for the Raptors. Pirtle's got 7. If you missed it, Jakob Pirtle, corner 3, started the scoring for the Raptors tonight. We are so good at scouting, developing. I have either wherever we land. You mean you're fine wherever we land? Well, you have to remember, you give your scouts a better chance to do their job as well as good as they are when you're higher up in the draft. My dog wants to come see me. What? You can say hi? Okay, come here. Come here, you want this bottle? Take it. Take it. All right, go out. Take it out. Take it. Take it. Take it. Take it. Go. 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 We may have to bench the starting 5 the rest of the game. Does Yak taking a corner 3 qualifies blatant tanking behavior worthy of fine? I think somebody mentioned on Twitter, I didn't confirm if it was true, but somebody mentioned that the Jazz in a game this season called a timeout when they didn't have a timeout, which is a technical foul, as Raptors fans would definitely know from historical experience with that. Which turned the ball over, which lost them the game because the other team got free throw and ball. I cannot confirm that, but I read that. So that would be ridiculous tanking behavior. Did you delete the guy's thing you showed in the last? Yes, I did. That was embarrassing, but we move on. I'm an idiot. I'm a dumb, stupid boy. They won't be investigated. They're too horrible at tanking. The Raptors? Well, maybe they're doing it just right. Like, the Sixers are getting investigated right now. The Jazz have already been fined. So maybe we're tanking as aggressively as we can without getting in trouble. Because we haven't, as so far, haven't been investigated. So we're doing it properly, it seems. Colin Castleton, corner 3. The bigs letting fly tonight. Castleton can't make from there. Is Robinson not available today? Weird that Castleton's in before him. You know, Castleton's not horrific. Like, he's not very good, but he's not horrific. Like Malik Williams was. Malik Williams was horrific. On paper, we're not tanking. I guess, to be fair, we are winning these games, so you can get fined for tanking. You can get fined. Oh, Robinson's on the court. What am I talking about? You can get fined for inaccurately reporting injuries. It has more to do with teams, as Lawson, corner 3, is good. It has more to do with teams, like they're trying to stop teams from benching guys when they're healthy for, like, random games because, like, the people in the crowd want to watch them play. So, like, you know, like you buy tickets to watch the Lakers in Toronto, and then LeBron and AD, or like LeBron and Luka now, are out. That's more so why, like, some of these injury rules were put into place, as Avdija hits the 3 for the Blazers. But it also kind of carries over into the tank. You can't just sit a guy out for no reason. There has to be a reason why somebody sits out. Battle for 3. Doesn't go. And sometimes that can be rest, but you can't use that excuse too often. You know what I'm saying? If we get flag or ace, will you buy your fave player jersey, Damari Carroll? No. I won't be buying a Damari Carroll jersey. Yeah, Gregory, I've had worse attempts. I've had better. But I wasn't able to re-find the magic of the previous stream, where I did make the unofficial second attempt. I'm trying, guys. I promise. Anybody in Toronto? Man, it was hot. I was hot in Toronto. I wore a hoodie and a rain jacket because it rained a bit before I went out to watch some soccer. On my way back, god damn, it was hot. I had to throw on the jersey to try and just cool off a little bit. Kind of wish we put ourselves in position to be investigated. It's a big fine. Granted, nothing for the level of the Rogers Corporation or whatever that owns us, but $100,000 for breaking the rules regarding sitting players and stuff. A little dehydrated, which is why I'm fucking pumping fluids here. Only 100K, we can take like 10, no problem. I mean, I kind of agree, but let's see. Shea's pick 11, Jan's pick 15, Kawhi's pick 15. The players in that range have less pressure and are able to develop well. Ayton and Bagley, Mo Bamba were picked before Shea. Okay, yeah. Also, though, Wembanyama was the first overall pick. Okay, Cooper Flag's in this draft, and I think He's going to be really good. Kevin Durant was a second overall pick. Like, a lot of good players go really high as well. And more of the good players go really high. Like, Jokic went 41st, so let's just trade our first round pick for 3 second round picks and take a bunch of gambles in the second round. Like, you can find talent anywhere, not disputing that, but you are more likely to find that talent earlier on in the draft. Oh, AJ Lawson for Brampton. I didn't know he was a B-Town boy. I thought he was from Toronto. Nice tattoo sleeve. LeBron was the first pick. Yeah, like, you're better off getting a better pick. But, no, wherever they land, I'm sure they can find some talent. But I'd rather them find the talent higher up. By the way, I actually forget what AJ Lawson did against the Jazz, but we are flirting with an Eastern Conference Player of the Week nomination or victory for AJ Lawson. Last game, AJ Lawson, 18.6 of 10 against the Jazz. Okay, not fantastic for like such an award, but not horrific. By the way, we've entered the Garrett Temple Zone, ladies and gentlemen. First quarter Garrett Temple Zone, man. I don't know, boss. I guess that's where we're at. Well, AJ Lawson had 18 on Friday. If AJ Lawson puts up 30 tonight, let's say. If he puts up 30 tonight, that's... Let me see. Let's say he puts up 25 tonight, which is not out of the possibility. That's an average of the week of 26. That's if he gets 25 tonight. So if he averages 26 points this week and like hits a ton of threes, is super efficient, they have to think about him for that award. Do they not? Although Quentin Grimes, if he had played on Friday, might have been up for that award as well, because he's been ridiculous for these Sixers. Is AJ Lawson the Boucher of this era? I wouldn't say. In what way? I wouldn't say that. Yeah, sometimes there's bad picks first. Sometimes there's Anthony Bennett. That was a known bad draft class, though. Sometimes there is Bargnani, where that just didn't work out. But you give yourself the best chance, the higher you are. Fact. Duop Reef in the game. Think? Yeah. Here's Scoot coming off the bench, going past Temple, getting to the rim, not finishing. Castleton hauls in the rebound. And the Raptors are down. Down. They're up by 10. Lawson to Robinson. In the paint now to Barnes, and a foul's called. I'm not sure what they've called. I think they called a foul on the floor instead. My dog keeps trying to open my door, man. Temple's a pro, man. He's gonna try. Yeah, being up 10 is like being down 10, which is why I make that mistake. Robinson, off the Barnes assist, lays it in. It looks like the Blazers have their lineup in, man. It looks like they're the ones trying to tank. They've been trash. Another steal there. Barnes at half court. Has it stripped away briefly by Henderson. Robinson recovers, then he loses it. And Anthony Simons has it. Simons has been great this year. I was definitely a non-Anthony Simons believer. I am not in that boat anymore. He is a good player. Henderson to the rim, missing, and then Reith misses in close, gets his own miss and puts it back, and finally does score. Helped up to his feet now as the Blazers restore the 10-point deficit and look to close in on Toronto. Here is Robinson. Going at Simons. Outside to Temple. In the corner to Castleton. Going past Reith. Kicking in the corner. Temple for three. Doesn't go. Rebound Castleton, though. Put back is blocked. Blocked away by Kamara. Big block for my fantasy team. I need some blocks. Toumani Kamara. Helping your boy out. Yes, sir. That's what we need. That's what we need. Would I move on for quick next season? I would not. Y'all gotta watch my videos. I swear the videos are good too. Y'all gotta watch those. You like quick at the back to John Morant. That's quite a statement. Quickly is a starter and gets paid like one. So to me, if you get somebody like Ja, you're probably still starting Quickly. And you're probably not getting Ja. 3-pointer from, I don't know who that was. It doesn't go. And it's put back there. It's Murray, sorry. It's Chris Murray. Somebody who actually could be available is Trae Young. And I would definitely like to make a move for Trae Young. Like, Atlanta suck. That roster is horrendous. And Trae Young is hauling their asses up to a top 8 seed. It's crazy. Temple, tough 2. Way off. Reith doesn't get the full quarter off at the buzzer. And the Raptors lead 27-19. For Trae, geez, it's a lot. It's a lot, man. Probably like Barrett Quickly and some picks. I'm inclined to think about it for sure. But you would sacrifice some defense. But I think he's so good. Anyways, guys, that will do it for the first quarter. I wouldn't trade Scotty. I will be right back, everybody. I'm just going to go to the bathroom real quick. When I come back, though, second quarter, we'll see if the Raptors hang on to this lead or if they tank. Well, who knows from here? Who knows? I would not give this year's pick. No, I would not give this year's pick. I'll make that very clear. Back again. Sorry, I was looking for my shoes, my house shoes. I couldn't find them. Team's becoming very defensive. Would Trey fit that? I don't know what team you're watching. Well, I guess second half of the season they've been. First half they were not. I wouldn't look at our roster and say that's a defensive roster, though. You know, if you have Trae Young, you're prioritizing offense, which is what Darko has done in the past. But I mean, to me, Trae Young's just so good. I would be very inclined to give it a shot. Yeah, Shed's a backup point guard for sure. Definitely not a starter next year. But yeah, as a backup, excellent defender. Is like showing signs of being able to shoot a little bit, provide a bit on offense. So I'm very much on board with Shed being in rotation once again next year. And the confidence to trade David Mitchell away to give him this role showcases that he's here to stay. Duop Reed for 3. Off the mark, rebound to A.J. Lawson. Raptors up by 12. Offense looking good. Defense looking good so far as Shed showcases that floor spacing and knocks down the 3. Murray. So Euro step. Oof, nice move. Finishes at the rim. 34-21, 13-point game. Raptors with Shed, Temple, Robinson, Lawson, and Barnes on the floor. What a 5. What a 5 for the Raptors. Barnes under the rim has the pass deflected away out of his hands. It's a turnover, actually. Shaden Sharp to inbound. Raptors showing life. I don't know what the motivation is for the players right now. If there is that, if they just want to prove people wrong, they want to win these games, they want to make the play-in tournament. I don't know what it is, but they've been able to rally despite the clear desire to tank. Players don't tank, remember. Delano Banton's in the game for the Blazers, by the way. Former Raptor, as we all know. Canadian player, as we all know. Dishes to Anthony Simons. His 3-ball doesn't go. Murray gets the miss. Gives it to Banton, who's defended well by Temple here. And he's trying to drive to the rim. Throws it in the corner to Sharp. Behind the back to Reith, who turns it over. 2-on-1 for the Raptors. Should be able to finish. But Barnes is fouled and will go to the line. We're going to end up with the 13th pick. Yeah, I was kind of hoping for at least the 8th pick. But, well, it's not impossible for the Spurs to catch us. It's possible we catch the Bulls, but I don't think so. I don't think we'll catch Portland either. They have lost 5 in a row. They did play some tough teams in that stretch. I think the highest we will go in the standings is bottom 8. I can't really see us being outside of that, realistically. So when you're there, you may end up with an 8th or 9th pick, but I can't see us pushing past that spot in the standings. And we could still fall more. And, then, of course, you can see if you get lucky in the draft, which you just got to see. If the lottery gods bless you. Sharp puts it in from mid-range. And Raptors lead 36-23. Robinson under the rim. Nice up fake going past Sharp. The Raptors are up by 15. Is this the largest lead? It must be. It must be close, if not the highest. 15 points. Sharp. Pass stolen by Shed. Robinson has it. Gives it off to Lawson. 3-ball. Misses. Murray rebound. Simons pull back over Temple. Tough shot. 12-point game. Anybody got St. Patty's Day plans tomorrow? Anybody doing anything? Anybody still in that scene? I'm working, so none for me. Shed to Temple. Now Robinson spinning off Simons in paint, but Simons gets to steal. Outlets to Banton. In the corner for Reith. For 3. Doesn't go. Tippin also doesn't go. And it stays at a 12-point game here. Not a thing. I guess it's, I don't want to say it, but a young man scene. Respectfully. People who don't have family and all. Simon's another 3. It's a 9-point game. Darko calls a timeout. Sorry, it's an 11-point game. Darko calls a timeout. Try and talk this one over. Bring Alex to this game. I don't know why. I think it's because he hates the Raptors and wants to leave. No, I don't know. Probably nothing. What's Twitter saying? Is everyone in agony? Agonizing. Oh, it's Selection Sunday. That's right. There's a lot going on in the college scene today. No. Twitter discourse right now is about Selection Sunday. They are playing really well. I mean, at least this is an entertaining game because they're just playing well. Only plan for tomorrow is to make it through it. You've got maybe some plans then? I will be working, and then I'll be streaming, hopefully. As long as I get my work done before 9:45. God, I hate late games. I hate West Coast games. I hope this is the last one of the year. God, we got to do it again on Thursday. That's the last one. Thursday at 10 as well. Well, at least you get 2 days off after that. All right, well, gonna do it. I'll also be live Tuesday morning for members, as usual. Not usual, but I did last week. I'll do it again this week. I think the NCAA tournament starts on Tuesday as well. If the Raptors somehow make the play-in, do you think Ingram will play? I actually do, Surya. If Surya on Flyer Kids TV. I think if the Raptors are in the mix for the play-in, they'll probably give Brandon Ingram a game or two, then have him in for the play-in tournament. I do think so. I feel like if the team was good, he'd be back by now. Like the type of injury he's had, a sprained ankle, you would think he would have recovered by now. I obviously don't know for sure. I'm just guessing based on how long people are usually out for sprained ankles. And it would seem like Brandon Ingram would be back by now. Wow, number 1 defensive rating since January 13th. That is, given the amount of different players that we've used, that is absurd by the Raptors. That is absolutely absurd. Hey, props to the players, props to the coaches, man. They're getting something right on defense. They were so bad on defense to start the year. So bad. It's insane they were able to flip it, but they were really bad. They were coached horrifically to start the year on defense. They were prioritizing taking away jump shots and leaving stuff at the rim open. They were getting torched by bigs every night. They switched that. Should have made that decision to start the year, but they made the switch. Started, hedging, coming back a little bit, drop coverage a little bit more. Doing better in that, and they've been more locked in on defense since then. Rotate's been better, so props to them. Came at a bad time, but they've sorted it out a little bit at least. I sprained my ankle. I'm done for 2 years. NBA player a weekend in Thailand will do it. Usually NBA players are back sooner than how long Ingram's been out. I've never sprained an ankle, so I don't know, but feels like he'd be back by now. Robinson for 3. It doesn't hit it here. Castleton gets the miss. Gives it to Lawson. Slides his way to the rim. Also misses. Gets another miss. He's in the corner for 3 now. This one doesn't go. And that Eastern Conference Player of the Week fizzling away from A.J. Lawson here. Paul says, crazy that guys think we won't be able to defend and need to trade RJ. Me. Yeah, definitely still believe that. 100%. 100% believe there's not enough defense on the roster, projected roster for next season. I promise you, RJ's not the reason the team's number one in defense is January 13th. The reasoning, Pirtle plays a part. I think Barnes is the catalyst, and the position that he's been playing since then, more low post focus, more help defense for focused, much better for the Raptors there. Yeah, it's not RJ. RJ ain't the guy that's vaulting us up there. Does Yak currently hold the only 100% three-point percentage in the NBA currently? It's possible. I don't know. Did I just see that Pirtle's take a three? The first play of the game for the Raptors was a play designed to get Pirtle open in the corner for three. He got a shooter's roll and made it. Battle for three. It doesn't go. Rebound Caston. A lot of offensive rebounds to the Raptors, and he finishes there. In the last little bit of games, rebounding has been big for the Raptors. Maybe not against the Jazz, but... All right, let's look at player three-point shooting. Let's see where Pirtle ranks now. I don't need to know advanced stats here. Player three-point percentage. All right, there are 3 players in the NBA who have 100% three-point shooting this season. Jakob Poeltl, Skal Labissiere, who Raptors fans were nearly crying because we took Siakam instead of him, and Alondes Williams. Those are the 3 players who are 100% from 3 this season. All 3 players, let me see, Skal Labissiere has played 4 games. He's attempted 0.3 per game. So has he taken actually like a few of these? 3 over 4 games. That's 1.2. That doesn't make sense. 2 or 3, 3. So he's taking. Maybe he's taking 3. Maybe he's taking 3. No, maybe he's taking 1. Maybe he's taking 1. I would suspect the 3 players who are 100% of 3 have taken 1 3 each. Pirtle is one of those players. Shout out to Skal Labissiere, still playing in the NBA. I think on a 10-day. I never said I didn't like RJ, by the way. Well, I did before we got him. But this year I never said I don't like RJ Barrett. Listen, I've made 2 full videos on this. I don't want to. There's like 25 minutes of content discussing RJ's fit with the team next season in the last 2 weeks, so I'll leave it at that. Everyone, hit the like button. That's a great idea, Emmanuel. If you guys are enjoying the stream, please hit that like button. Support the channel and subscribe if you're new. I do videos. Like I said, I do streams. Lots of content. Yak's 3 was this game. Yes, he hit a 3. First play of the game for the Raptors. RJ is fun to watch, especially when the other team does have a really good rim protector, but he's been good. He has been. I'm not denying. Just the fit is weird next year with him. Is this game worth watching? The Raptors are playing really well tonight. It's been a fun game to watch if you don't want the Raptors to lose, but like I do, but they're playing well. So it's been a fun game from that respect. Pirtle has it. Attacking Klingon. Puts it up with the left and doesn't go. Rebound to Klingon, as I said. Shaden Sharp going past Battle. 4:15 to go in the second, by the way. It's an 8-point game. Portland slowly clawing back. Raptors led this one 38-23 earlier. As Sharp's three doesn't go, Klingon gets the offensive rebound. Finds Henderson. Now Avdia for three also doesn't go, so some opportunities come up begging there for Portland. Starters, well, no Barrett or Quickly, but the rest are in. Babaji's back. Mobo is back available today. He is not featured as of yet. It's been Castleton and Robinson off the bench, which would make me think we will not be seeing Mobo tonight. But Mobo was officially made available to play. Barrett has been good this year. He probably has been the most consistent performer for the Raptors. But it's just, I like him. The fit, unfortunately, just doesn't really look good to me with Quickly, Ingram, Barnes, and Pirtle. It's just the lineup missing a lot of shooting and missing a lot of defense. But I think as well, Barrett will be here to start the season, and we'll be able to watch it, and we'll see if it works or if it doesn't. We'll get the confirmation. I don't think it will, but we'll be able to see. They should still be in the playoff mix for sure next year. Shed to Barnes. Raptors keeping their lead, 45-38. Robinson going at Klingon. Misses inside. Pirtle gets the rebound. A lot of putbacks for the Raptors here. I will check their second chance points because I feel like they have profited big time from offensive rebounds here. Scoot in the corner to, I think that's Kamara. Big three for Kamara there. It's a 6-point game. Portland clawing back before the end of the second quarter. Barnes. Puts it up with the right. It doesn't go. Rebound to Avdia. Portland on a run. Henderson trying to extend it, but loses the ball. It comes off his thigh in the end. It's out of bounds for a Raptors ball under their own rim. And timeout called near the end of the second. 2:35 to go. Raptors up by 6. Got a little one won't go down. 7 o'clock. It's a little early, isn't it? 7 o'clock? I guess that's when little ones go down. Thought Scoot was supposed to be good. Well, he's had a pretty good second half of the season. Paul, there's a difference between the type of threes that Barrett shoots and that Quickly shoots, though. So 3-point percentage. Like Fred VanVleet and Dennis Schroeder have similar 3-point percentages. One guy shoots wide open threes. One guy shoots off the dribble, running for a catch and shoot, contested threes, and way more of them. So because they have the same 3-point percentage, does not indicate they are the same level of 3-point shooters. Now, I don't want to diminish R.J. Barrett becoming way more efficient from 3, because that's fantastic. But can he sustain that from higher volume? I don't know. I don't think so. If he can, he's got a spot here. If he's willing to take on less handling, more shooting, and he stays efficient, he steps up defensively, it's going to work next season. I have my doubts, but just going to Basketball Reference and looking at someone's 3-point percentage does not tell the whole story about somebody's ability to shoot threes. Shooting is about how much do people care about you shooting threes. What's your gravity? That's really where shooting becomes relevant to a team. Ever played 2K with the Raptors? Like not in a long time. I'm not a 2K player. Yeah, Albert Williams was a 48th overall pick. I didn't know that. Pretty good for 48th overall pick. Good for him. But I don't know. 2K wouldn't have much to do with changing the roster. I feel like if I played 2K with the Raptors, I'd like the Raptors because I suck at shooting threes in 2K. And just all slashers. I feel like that'd be kind of nice for me in 2K. Although there wouldn't be a lot of space because there's not enough floor space in it, so maybe it becomes harder. Oh, I'm trash at 2K. I've barely ever played 2K in my life, so I suck. And if you've been watching the stream for long enough, you know that when I played on stream, I was not very good. All right. Robinson at the line for the Raptors here. They're up 48-41 after that one. Second free throw coming up here. And Robinson finishes both. You know who's another good example of a guy that, like, spaces the floor, but three-point percentage didn't show it? Like, Max Strus has never really been an efficient three-point shooter, but he shoots a ton of difficult ones, and people respect it and guard him out there. So Max Strus is a pretty good example of three-point percentage not meaning everything. Let me see what he's shooting. Watch this year. He's probably like lighting it up because he plays for the Cavs. Yeah, okay. This year, granted, he's shooting 38%. But last year he shot 35. The year before that he shot 35 as well. The year before that he shot 41. The year before that he shot 34. So typically, not a super efficient three-point shooter, but definitely a good one. And that takes difficult ones. So he spaces the floor. Do I see any teams that could possibly land a top 5 pick who might be looking to trade it away? I'd be surprised. The ability to bring in a player of top 5 caliber who is also on a cost-controlled contract for 4 years, I don't see any reason why like any team would try and trade that. Like, I guess previously, like maybe a really good team would try to get a more win-now type of player. But like bringing in top 5 talent on a cost-controlled contract is so big for a team. 4 years where they're not making a ton of money. Like they're making like less than mid-level exception money, right? So that is very desirable to have on your team. (49-41) near the end of the second quarter. 1:30 to go. Kamara for 3. This one's off the mark. Rebound to Klingon. Avdia for 3. Second man. Best time to get an open 3 off an offensive rebound, as J.J. Redick has said. We might sit Pirtle second half. We might. We've got Mobo available. Robinson's here. Castleton's here. They might just bench Pirtle second half. Corner 3 there is good for Kamara. It's a 2-point game. Raptors led by 15, and the Blazers have gotten back into it, 49-47. It was 38-23, but the Blazers catching up now. They are the better team. They are a good team. James Val started tonight, Nate, actually. So, yes, Pirtle with the turnover. And I think they're going to be really back in the game now. Sharp is fouled and will head to the line with a chance to tie the game. Can't say I'm upset with the comeback, unfortunately. Like somebody said at the start of the game, you gotta be logical about the situation, and tanking is better for the team. It is. Sharp first free throw's good. Second one coming up here. This would tie the game. And it is good. So see if the Raptors can get some points in the half. Damn, the Blazers came back. Darn. Barnes trying to go past Simons. Kick out the Shed. Long three. Oh, wow. Tough shot for Jamal Shed. I'll sell you that for him. Tough, long three from Jamal Shed. This guy's a warrior. This guy's a winner. What a great signing. What a great pick at 45. I'm excited for next season. I'm excited for the off-season development. Sharp. Cross-court pass. Nice deflection by Abaji, but Avdia still hits the ridiculous three. Ties it up at 52. Barnes from half court. Ooh, nearly got at the buzzer, but it'll be tied at 52 after one. Well, all right. 52-52. Blazers have come back. Not the worst thing in the world to have had happen here. You know, it helps. Tank is better for the lottery odds. Not as good for the team, though. Look at Philly process. It did nothing for tanking for years. Well, they did have an MVP. And they definitely were a contender for a number of years as a result. So, you know, granted, they didn't advance past the second round for various reasons. But, you know, it did get them an MVP and put them in a position where they could go win a championship. And their window was pretty long. So, and it's not even completely close. So, you know, as much as they underachieved, they still gave themselves loads of opportunities that wouldn't have happened had they not tanked. So, I understand where you're coming from. Tanking doesn't guarantee anything, but you give yourself a better chance to succeed long term than if you know, just are playing merchant every year. You know what I mean? So I would rather roll the dice in the lottery. 100%. 100%. But I get it. You know, it's tough to accept, and some people like the winning culture more. There's two sides to it for sure. Looking at the box score from the game here. Excuse me. Barnes is 3 of 8 with 12 points and 4 assists. 3 steals go with it. Very nice. I feel like the possession battle's got to be pretty far in our favor. We'll double-check that. Pirtle, by the way, 11 points, 5 of 6. Yes, 1 of 1 from 3. First play of the game for the Raptors. They run a play to get Pirtle open the corner for 3. Gets the shooter's roll. He's got 11 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and a steal. No blocks by the Raptors yet, which is a bit strange. Abaji back and starting. He's 2 of 6. He's playing all right. Jamal Shed playing well. He's 2 of 3 with 7 points. He's got 4 assists go with it as well. Off the bench, Robinson's 3 of 8. Castleton's 1 of 5. Lawson 2 of 6. So Lawson's kind of come down after a really good 3 games. Temple's come in, and he's 0 of 3 with 0 points. For the Blazers, it's been a bit spread out for points here. We've got Denny of D on 12, Simons on 10, Sharp on 10, Kamara on 9 with 3 threes. We've got Chris Murray off the bench with a 3 and 7 points. But I think I'm going to double check here. Is possession battle in our favor? It is a little bit. It is a little bit, to be fair. We've got about an extra 4 possessions, so nothing crazy there. We're 19 of 48. They're 18 of 45, and it's tie game. They're a little bit more efficient than we are tonight, especially from 3. They're 9 of 25 compared to 5 of 18 for the Raptors. Rebounding's pretty even, actually. They, in fact, have 1 extra offensive rebound, which from the eye test doesn't fit. I felt the Raptors had more. I guess that's what I'm paying attention to more. But the turnovers are costing the Blazers. They have 11. We have 6. And the Raptors have 9 extra points off of Blazers turnovers, which I think is the big thing that if Portland clean up, they will be able to win this game. All right, next up, let's get the Pirtle in for today. Pirtles have been going for your boy lately. So let's see if I can pull another one here. Start with Mikal Bridges as always. We're dealing with a guard forward in the East, and this guard forward is above 6'8". So they are 6'9" or taller in the East. Okay. Big guard. What is not in the Atlantic? Okay, so older than 20. So this player is 31 or higher as well. So we have an older guard forward. So I'm going to guess we are not dealing with a point guard here. We got to think here. So is Middleton... No, Middleton's not 6'9", is he? I'm trying to think of older players here. Charlotte, I don't think there's anybody. Miami might be a type to have this type of guy. But I can't think of like an older player fitting that. Cleveland. No, I don't think so. Chicago. I was thinking Giddey, but he's not a forward, nor is he 31 or older, so not him. 6'9" is kind of throwing me a bit. How about Tobias Harris? Tobias Harris might work here. Bucks. Don't think so. I wonder if Tobias Harris, if they'll consider him a guard forward. That's the only name that's really sticking out to me here. What about the Magic? The Magic, if anybody like that. Not that I can think of. Paul George, I guess. Oh, no, he's in the Atlantic. Can't be Paul George. Okay, I'm going to try Tobias Harris, because at least we'll know what division the player is after this. Okay, 6'8". He's just a forward. Fair enough. Okay. At least we now know the player is 6'9" or 6'10". And the player is 31. The player is exactly 31. And they are in the Southeast Division. Okay. A bit more to work with now. 6'9" or 6'10". Big guard. Big guard. I'm thinking shooting guard here. I'm thinking this is a wing. Can't think of any like super big point guards. Unless this is like a strange signing. Big guard. 31 years old. You know, I also got to think like this could just be like a forward who's like maybe played a tiny bit of guard. So I got to think about wings as well. Got to think about the wings. Is Andrew Wiggins 31 years old yet? What number does Andrew Wiggins wear? I feel like it could be Andrew Wiggins. Wiggins, I think, is 31. Let's try Andrew Wiggins. I thought I had it. I really did. It's a Miami player, though. Okay. It's a Miami player. That helps. Who is on the Miami Heat? I'm trying to think of their wings. Nobody that's 31 comes to mind. How old is Duncan Robinson? The player wears number 20 or number 21? Who wears 20 or 21 on the Miami Heat? For some reason, I think Duncan Robinson does. Is Duncan Robinson already 31, though? And is he 6'9"? Two things I'd be surprised about. So let's keep thinking. It is a Miami player. Duncan Robinson is like what I might go with in a sec. There might be a glaring, obvious answer here. If there is, I cannot think of it. Did they trade for somebody? No, they got Wiggins. They got David Mitchell. They get anybody else from those trades? They maybe get like Josh Richardson end up back in Miami. Okay, let's try Robinson just to make sure. Not Duncan Robinson, but it actually wasn't a bad. It's number 55. Okay. So who are their guards? They've got Tyler Hero, David Mitchell. It's not one of those two. Is it Josh Richardson or is he older than that? Does Josh Richardson even play for the Miami Heat? I thought he went back maybe. Kevin Love, who's not this position. Man, Chad might have this. This guy, it might be obvious. It is just not coming to me right now. They're the type to have like veteran guys, but I cannot picture this guy. Let's try Josh Richardson to check. Yeah, he's on Utah, so horrendous guess. Hey, he's 31 though. And he's only 6'5". Okay. Yeah, I clearly don't have this. Miami. Who the hell? Who starts? Miami. David Mitchell starts. Hero starts. Wiggins starts. Bam starts. Is Chloe Ware still? Anyways, none of those guys work. Off the bench. They have that long hair guy who I forget his name again, who's not old enough. They've got Nikola Jovic, who's not old enough, nor is he a guard forward. I am stumped. I might have to refer to Chad here. I mean, if I don't have it at this point, I don't know it. Let me see. I'm gonna get a hint before I go to you guys. Yeah, that doesn't help me. That doesn't help me. All right, let's see if the chat has it. What do you guys think? Fuck. It's fucking slow-mo. It's slow-mo. There's so few tall guard forwards. I forgot he ended up in Miami. That's the second time I've gotten slow-mo this season, and I think both times I didn't get it. Fuck, man. New Barbarito ad? I'm pissed I missed the Barbarito ad. Well, congratulations, those in the chat. I think it was Batucci, got Kyle Anderson. Forgot he ended up there. Man, that was gettable. Some of them I was never getting that. I should have got that. I did the pre-game shot, YB and Fatboy. Did not go in. Okay, well, next time I'll hopefully get it. I had a good run of them. Didn't get it this time. But I guess it will go down my record as if I got it. Anyways, the third quarter is about to start. I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick, and then we'll watch together. See the Raptors extend the win run, 52-52. All right, fourth quarter. Let's see. All right, third quarter. It's the second half. Let's see what we do. Let's see if we get this. So Raptors led by 15. 16 they led by, in fact, in this game. Blazers led 2-0 and have not led since. Let's see what we do. Drop a like if you guys are enjoying. By the way, please support the channel here. Early turnover to start the second half. So Pirtle is in the game to start the third quarter. I'm curious how many minutes he will get of this second half. 3-ball for Sharp off the mark. Rebound to Barnes. Barnes also starting. So the starters are in for the second half. As Abaji hits a 3. Granted, starters are Abaji, Battle, Barnes, Shed, Pirtle. But the starters remain to start the second half. We'll see how long some of them last, because some of them may come out a little bit early here. Abdia has it up top. Portland fought back well. They've been pretty good after the first quarter of the season. Honestly, since the first quarter of the season, like after like 20 games, they've been good. They've been winning games. If they're in the East, I think they could be pretty competitive, but they're not. The West is really tough, so here they are. Better than I thought they'd be for sure. Purple Power? Who's Purple Power? Purple Power. Oh, Pirtle. I mean, they can just sit him out, no? Sit him out for the second half. They might do it for the fourth. Shed in the corner for 3. Off the mark, and Avdia deflects it out for a Raptors ball. Lawson checks in for Battle. A little short shift for Battle. It's a little weird. No? It'll be Shed to inbound. Gets it to Barnes, who turns it over. Sloppy mistake. Other way. Barnes tries to hustle back, but Sharp will comfortably throw it down. Pearl out with a cold. Nothing that, extended period of time hampers him, but something to keep him out a little bit. Look, he's been sitting out games. He's still been winning. It's just that part of the season. Although against the Suns, maybe Pirtle and Barnes sit out since it's the second night of the back-to-back. Quickly and Barrett come in. Certainly harder to win when Orlando Robinson and Caston are protecting the rim. But I would imagine Pirtle and Barnes sit tomorrow, and Quickly and Barrett play tomorrow. Simons has it with the Blazers down 2. A chance to give them their second lead of the game. Simons, cross court to Sharp. Now Avdia. I don't think he got the shot off in time. It doesn't go anyway, but it's a shot clock violation by the Blazers. Solid defense by the Raptors. Chauncey Billups looking on. Was it Shaq? I know it's Shaq, but did Shaq talk about Chauncey Billups? Did he give Chauncey Billups credit for Detroit turning their season around and having a good year? I think Shaq thought Chauncey Billups was a Detroit coach, if I'm not mistaken. Wow, Shed, a rare egregious bite on a pump fake. And Barnes turns it over again here. I think it was Chauncey Billups. Anyways, Shaq said congratulated Chauncey Billups for how well the Pistons are doing, I believe. And then his excuse was he doesn't watch the Pistons. I don't know, man. Your job is to cover the NBA. I'm not watching these games, right? But at least I'm in tune enough to know that. And I cover the Raptors for this. And it's not my full-time job. Feel like Shaq should know who the fucking Detroit Pistons coach is. Also, the Pistons are a playoff team. It's not like, you don't know about the Charlotte Hornets or Utah Jazz. Fair enough. But like a clear playoff team is not a great look. Certified non-ball nowhere for sure. It was Chauncey? Okay. Thank you, Phoenix. Shaq doesn't know anything about any team except the Lakers. I remember Ernie teed him up to talk about Siakam once. And he said, Shaq, you're looking at Pascal. Because Pascal Siakam had a good first half. So Ernie went, Shaq, you got your eyes on Pascal. And then Shaq said, no, Ernie, I got my eyes on Siakam. And they're like, you mean Pascal Siakam? And they're, I had no idea. I didn't know it was his first name. An all-star player not knowing their first name, that's crazy, man. The way Alvin Williams talks, unfortunately, he'd be a really bad coach. He's lived in the past with how the NBA's played today. How does Shaq have a job? He's entertaining. He's funny. He's a notable personality. So he's got a job. But I guess, I don't know, is TNT cooked after this year? Maybe he doesn't have a job after this year. A lot of these like basketball shows appeal to like they're appealing to the people that aren't in the chat right now. You know what I mean? Like they're appealing to the very casual basketball fan. Like First Take appeals to the very casual sports fan. Because they cover the big stories from the leagues. It's simple. They don't dive deep into anything. It's very surface level knowledge you need to be able to follow that type of content. That's always why that type of content is going to succeed. It's because it appeals to a much more vast audience than, something like Zach Lowe would do, for instance. I don't watch any of the ESPN shows. I listen to Brian Windhorst and the Hoop Collective when I can. Like if I'm walking to work, so I guess whatever episode just dropped, I'll be listening to tomorrow. I used to listen to a lot of Zach Lowe Post. I'm upset that that show no longer exists. I hope Zach Lowe comes out with some more content in the future. Zach Lowe had a little special after trade deadline and after the Doncic trade. That was fun. He did some Twitter videos, so that was fun to have him back. But yeah, Zachary and Windy are OGs in the ball knowers. Well, Windy's not necessarily a ball knower, but he's a good host for the ball knowers. And Windy's just super in touch with the league, and Windy is super in touch with his deficiencies as a ball knower and doesn't try to be anything more than he is. You know what I mean? So anyways, those shows are, well, that one show now is firmly in rotation. I don't consume any other basketball content, actually. Well, I mean, I guess if you count Twitter posts and stuff, but watching, listening, I got one show. The Stephen A. Smith show, whatever, is just engagement farming. Like, yeah, comparing Mewtwo to LeBron. Hope I said that correctly. Just like, yeah, weird shit to get engagement is what it is. Kyle and Jared, what are you talking about, Phoenix? Abaji under the rim misses. Raptors still haven't been behind since it was 2-0. Scoot out to Kamara. Another three is up and doesn't go. So negative. All these negative body language is so whiny. Who? This? Or like, what? What are we talking about? Talking about ESPN shows. Kyle introduced Drake to Jared McCain. Okay. See, there's a lot of people named Kyle, a lot of Jareds. Maybe I could have pieced that, but I don't know what to talk about. I'm sure Jared McCain is a bit of a Drake fan. I mean, everyone fucking is, apparently. Oh, who knows? Maybe Jared McCain was excited. My fantasy league, goddamn. My fantasy matchup, this playoff matchup, it is fucking tight. Holy shit. Only players in Philly I like, Maxey, McCain, and Lowry. Everyone else unlikable. I would have to, like, of the main guys, you know, some of the bench guys, like, you know, what do I got against Adembona, right? Of, like, the main cast, yeah. McCain, I don't mind. Maxey, I don't mind. Lowry, I obviously very much like. Raptors, bit of a run, by the way. 64-57. Kamara. Shot clock violation. Raptors defense dialed in the third quarter as well. Will Scotty ever get elite handles? Probably not. It's hard to get elite handles. Which is why they're bringing in some scoring help. They speak highly of you. Who does? Do I think they trade Joel in the summer? No. No. I saw some odds for it. It's like 99.99% chance Joel stays in Philly. The players I don't like speak highly of me. The Philly ones? Yeah, I don't think they've heard of my channel. Unfortunately, Adam. Abaji 3. Fouled by Simons. Raptors take a 10-point lead here. I don't like Joel Embiid. What if Joel Embiid's ever seen one of the videos? Not impossible. I think you play for the Raptors. You've maybe didn't register it, but maybe an amateur sports video's come across your screen once or twice. Paul George fall off is crazy to watch in real time. It is pretty ridiculous how bad he's been this year. I certainly was not expecting that. Baji at the line can, again, make this a 10-point game. Made the first free throw. Second free throw coming up here. Makes his first two. 66-57. Boston's fall off, I don't think, is anytime soon. They're such a well-coached, well-run organization. They're already giving Jalen and Jason humongous contracts. They still have enough money to get talent around them. Sickening. Need Jalen to ask out. He knows if he asks out, they'll expose him. They'll expose his handles. They'll expose he ain't a number one. He'd be hit for his sake. He should stay put. He should pull a Scottie Pippen and stay put. Shed 3-ball. Raptors up 13. Okay, let's calm down, guys. Let's get Pirtle out of the game, huh? 13-0 run. If he stopped podcasting, he might be able to salvage the end of his career, stop yapping, start working. Hot take. I think you're allowed to have a hobby outside of basketball. At the end of the day, he's not doing the editing or anything. He's just showing up and talking. I don't think it's that big a deal. I mean, Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart do one, don't they? And they're pretty good at the sport. I think without the podcast, you'd still be bad, right? But maybe it is. Who knows? Maybe it is having an effect. I would trade RJ one for Tumani Kamara. Yeah. That would be an excellent fit for the Raptors. I'd be doing that. I'd be doing that. If y'all don't know Toumani Camara, y'all should learn because he's very, very good. Box score, like stat sheet stuffer in like all categories, good shooter, great defender. Yeah. That's the guy you'd want. You know, Phoenix could use a player like that. What if Phoenix could ever land somebody like that or have somebody like that on their team? Maybe. You can make the case we should undo the OG deal. With the way things have transpired in the last year and a half, you might have been better off keeping OG. It was tough to know where things would be heading and how quickly the turnaround was. You've gotten good players out of it, but in terms of like fit, you could definitely make that case, Phoenix. I wrote a very long piece on how the 3 points and salary cap combined with tanking has become the triangle of trouble for the future of the NBA, and how one like all the triangle very hard to be fixed. Well, I still don't have an issue with the 3-point shooting. I don't think that's an issue. Tanking is definitely a problem. The salary cap stops teams from, making complete super teams, I guess. But I don't know what the solution to tanking is, really. You have a place I can email you. On my channel, there should be like a spot. If you go to like my channel page, you should be able to scroll down and reveal business email, I think. Or if you click if you go to my channel and click more, you can view the email address, and that's my email address. Wow, 5 million views in the channel. That's pretty good, guys. I remember we hit 1 million. Bring back hand checking. They could make it like, they could make defenses more aggressive. That's something I wouldn't mind. Granted, they did make it more aggressive this year. They did reduce the amount of fouls called compared to last year. Midway through the season, there was like a complete cliff dive in free throw attempts. Do I think the NBA gets rid of corner threes? I don't think so, because I think it is big for floor spacing to have that corner three. Because if not, I think power forwards become a little bit more like old school power forwards become a little bit more fashionable. I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think the next evolution, if they take, I think the 4-point dot makes more sense than taking away corner threes. That would be an interesting wrinkle for the NBA. Get rid of 3-second violations. I think that's actually a very reasonable rule to change. Take away 3-second violations. It makes zone a bit more popular, zone defenses. It would kind of lean into shooting a little bit more, but it would let like bigger players stay a bit more relevant. That's an interesting thing to consider for the NBA. But again, the NBA is like such a good shooting league that you can play through those zones too. And if you do have a stretch big, it's kind of irrelevant to have a guy just kind of camping in the paint. Find a way to force teams to play for more alley-oops and dunks. I don't know. Making dunks worth more points. I don't know if that solves anything. I don't really love if like a dunk was worth 3 points. You know? I feel like that's too OP. Like on fast breaks and stuff. I don't know. I'm sure they're considering things. I personally don't really have an issue with the style of basketball that's played today. I personally don't have an issue with it. I have an issue with the tanking, for sure. But I personally, like, I have not watched a game this season and thought, Wow, I hate this style of play. I hate how many threes are being taken. I've never felt like that watching a game like one of these games. So I don't concur with the sentiment that it's like a worse to watch or anything. If you remove the 3-second rule, would you have to remove goaltending? No, like college basketball plays with no 3-second violations on defense, and you still can't goaltend. Yeah, I don't want like bull blocking like threes, taking a three, guys have been blocking them. I don't want to see that. Goaltending's got to stay. You could also, I think a little bit of. I think it'd be a little bit more interesting if you took away the in the cylinder rule, played more FIBA rules. So if it's on the rim, you can still deflect it out or tip it in. I think that adds a little bit to the excitement. I wouldn't mind that as well being implemented. I'm okay with that. We should change the draft to a form of capitalism where the higher you finish, the better draft pick you get. I don't think they should do that. I still dislike. Well, I don't want the Celtics to get Cooper Flag. And then, like, the Celtics would have got Wemby last year, or a couple years ago. Like, no way. I want to do that. What about letting teams design their own court? What do you like? They can do that already, can they not? Do you mean like kind of like baseball, where you can change the dimensions of the court to fit your play style? So you can make like a more constricted court or like a bigger court or something. That's somewhat interesting. More corner space, for instance. I feel like there'd be like a meta, though, that every team would kind of go towards. That's interesting because soccer teams can do that. Some soccer teams will make their pitch smaller. Some will want to make theirs bigger. It isn't as big of a deal as it is in the NBA, but it matters a little bit. That's an interesting thought from Saria. Make home court a bigger deal. Play style, like you center it on your play style a little bit more. I feel like it's a logistical nightmare for the people who have to set the court up and stuff, but I don't mind that idea. 1905 basketball pass off the walls. Let's just add trampolines to the court as well. Let's do that one. 78-65, by the way. Temple making a move and not finishing. I honestly think the fact that Diamond Field in baseball doesn't have the same length is the stupidest thing ever. Well, the diamond itself is the same length. There's a standard length for there. Like the infield is all the same. It's the outfield that's different. Wall size is different. Outfield length is different. That matters. But infield, strictly, like every team has to get their dirt for the 4 bases from a specific area. Every MLB team has to have the same dirt. Then there's a different type of dirt they have to use on the pitcher's mound that every team has to use. The pitcher's mound has to be the exact height. Like I don't know if it's still this, but it used to be like the bases used to have dirt from North Carolina, and the pitcher's mound had to have dirt from Maine. The outfield is where it just goes to hell. You've got like the Red Sox with the green monster. You've got some where it's like the Jays have a shorter outfield. The corner's like 328 feet. The Yankees have the short porch in right field. The Astros are 325 to the foul poles. And some teams can like cater to their play styles a little bit more. Iowa girl basketball, 2 in the backcourt, 2 in the front court, 1 rover that can cross half court line. I wouldn't want to see that. That's a little too egregious for me. Again, I'm personally pretty fine with how the style of basketball in the modern NBA. For tanking, hear me out. The team that didn't make the playoffs with the most loss under 5 points gets the first pick. The team with the most. But then you can tank to lose by only 5. Like if you're up, you'll want to lose by. You'll still want to lose. They could do like point differential, but then teams will be like point shaving. They'll be like try to make it close, but not quite win. Then that kind of makes some problems as well. I don't know. It's a decent thought. Nothing's really seemed like wow, that's a great idea. You know, that's the fix. I don't know. There's just so many things you can be creative with tanking. What's the most radicalized form of basketball you can accept? What do you mean by that? Like, what's the most ridiculous style of play? I don't know. I don't think you could go much further than the Celtics and be successful. Like, college teams have played 5 out for a while. Like, Wisconsin historically has played a very shooting-oriented lineup. Rule changes I can stomach. Like, I could stomach, like, taking away corner threes and just keep letting the three-point line go to the out-of-bounds line. It's Reith for 3. All right, back to a 10-point game. I can live with a 4-point circles like the Big 3 has. I don't think that's a big deal. Well, it's a big deal. I don't think that's bad. I don't know. You'd have to give me like some examples, I guess. Those are the ones I can think of. Sharp for 3. Got it. 8-0 run by the Blazers, and they're back in it, winding down the third. Maybe if you have to be a certain spot in the standings after 60 games. Like if you're not in the top 11 in your conference with 20 games left, your season's over maybe. But then, well, I was going to say that stops teams from tanking early, but then the teams will just tank even earlier because they know they're going to run out of games to play. So that doesn't work. Because, like, well, you get to, after like March 1st, you got to be a certain position or your season is done. But then teams will just tank more aggressively earlier in the season and then they'll ruin that. So that doesn't work. I think the only thing they can do is flatten the lottery odds. I agree with Terrence. I think the only thing they could do is once you're in the lottery, your odds do not matter. Put in carnival hoops somehow, unless you're a brute, if a girl, the ball will go in. Adam, you worked at a carnival. Are some of the rims larger than the others? Or are they all just super tight double rims? AJ Lawson for 3 near the buzzer. Doesn't go, and the Blazers have done well to come back. And it's a 5-point game. Repeater's tax, where your draft pick slides if you're in the lottery year after year. Okay, that's interesting. But then teams would still tank because even if, like let's say the Wizards, for instance, next year, like there's like a 2-pick tax, and they would still try to be the worst team because then this lowest they could fall is 7. I think flattening the odds is just kind of the way they have to do it and just kind of shaft them bad teams, but also like now you're more inclined to like maybe make your team better. You'll still have tanking. You'll still have teams that are like just outside the play-in tournament, maybe trying to flatten their odds. But I guess if like, you could be, you're either playing in the playoffs or you have the same, well, I tell you, I'd much rather miss out on the play-in tournament. Like if I'm in the play-in, I'm either the 8th seed playing Cleveland first round, or I get the same odds as the Wizards to get the first pick. I really don't want to make the play-in tournament. I feel like the issue with that becomes like 10 seeds do not want to be in the play-in tournament because their odds are so good in the draft. They want to be in the draft instead. So tanking would be bigger near the play-in tournament spots, but not near the bottom of the standings. So I don't know if that's like the best. I think that's the best idea, but even then, that doesn't really solve it. Because Like the Bulls right now would absolutely be not trying to make the play-in tournament if that was the rule. So yeah, again, I don't know what does it. No solution. I don't know. Teams are smart. Tanking helps. Like they want a good pick, so there's always ways around it. But yeah, if you flatten the odds, and all of a sudden, like Dallas could end up getting the first overall pick, which is crazy. Or like Sacramento could get it. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know what the fix is. I haven't seen like a foolproof like that would help. I mean, flattening the odds would help, but the tanking then happens higher up the standings, and now I feel like there's a bigger gap from the playoffs to the non-playoff teams. Yeah, you could do a D2, like a relegation, but the league would lose money because people would care less about the League 2 teams. So owners would lose money, and they ain't letting that happen. The idea for these North American sports is that teams there's an easier pathway to become a champion from the bottom than in like English soccer, for example. Repeaters tax is an interesting one because it makes you want to get out of the lottery. Because it makes you want to make the playoffs so that your tax like resets, for example. Barnes, wow, nice pass to Castleton there. Repeaters tax is really interesting. You'd still have tanking, but now there's a bigger desire to get out of that rather than staying in the bottom for years and years and years. A free agency needs to be more even. Maybe there's like a free agent draft, but the Players Association has fought really hard to give players the right to choose where they want to play. So I don't think that can work. Yeah, a tournament for like the lottery teams is an interesting idea, but the problem is the players will not give a shit about that tournament. Like, I don't think Scotty Barnes wants to play in a tournament to win the first overall pick. You know what I mean? And then it's extra games that you could get injured in. These players don't really want to play, so I don't think that works. Also, like, you know, for the Wizards, like how many guys the Wizards won't be there next year and they're playing and on the Jazz? Like, why do they care about a tournament for the first overall pick? I missed the shot, Tech, today. It's another miss. Despite my make on Wednesday, the unofficial make. Another miss today. It won't be the same teams at the bottom with a repeater penalty. But what if, like, all 14 lottery teams are in the repeater tax? How does eventually, like, somebody, like, does now a playoff team get a pick? I think that's the best idea, a repeater's tax. No player going to play hard for the team to draft a replacement next season. Yeah. Like, think about when LeBron got drafted. The Cavs players were, like, so stuck up about him. Saying, like, I don't know if he's going to start. We already got a small forward. Like, they didn't give a shit about getting LeBron. They wouldn't have played their ass off to try and get the first pick, you know? Hard cap or no cap. Yeah, they could introduce a hard cap. I guess that makes things more even around the league. So, I mean, they've made it harder with the aprons for Steve Ballmer to spend all that money on his team, but maybe, I don't know. It's just all these things I don't really have solutions for that are problematic. Back on the game, by the way. It's a 7-point game. Pirtle is still playing. Pirtle's still playing. We'll see if he comes out at some point, because the Blazers have had chances to make runs. They've made runs. They just haven't been able to get the lead yet. Yaka back in. Did Fernando still start to go playing mode? I don't think so because Barrett and Quickly are not playing. But we'll see like last 8 minutes if these guys are still in the game. I will personally be a little upset if Pirtle and Barnes close this game. Robinson blocked by Reith. Rebound is tied up. We a jump ball. I guess whoever's at the bottom the longest would get the lower pick. Let's say Washington was in their Peters tag for 3 years. They are pick 14. Let's say Charlotte's there for 2 years. Pick 13. I was thinking like however many years you're in the lottery, you move back one spot. So if Washington were in the lottery 2 years in a row, wherever they land after the lottery, you -2 in their picks. Or their pick hierarchy, let's say. Then eventually you'll have a first overall pick team. So if you're in for 4 years, if you get the first pick, well, now you're fourth. Henderson on the jump ball. Can't save it. So Raptors have the ball back. Up 7 here. Tariffs on American teams. One player the Raptors when they cross the border. Shed. Going at Henderson now in the corner to Robinson. 84-77. Temple. He's got to be like 0 of everything. There's no way he's made a shot. A couple tip-ins go begging as well. Temple is 1 of 7. He's 1 of 7. Another miss there by Portland. They are not doing their job here. Temple at the rim, lays it in. Okay, that actually might be his first make. The ESPN box score might be a bit ahead. Simons out to Avdia. Now Simons for 3. Big shot. Makes it a 6-point game. Ong still got it. Pirtle. Backing down Avdia. And the foul's called. Dia saying got ball. Oh. Temple has been bad, but that's Unk, bro. And you know what we're doing. Okay, so Pirtle's still in. Barnes is still in. 8:44 to go. Maybe they just get like a few minutes here, then they're done for the night. We will see. Let's check on my fantasy basketball team. It's tied now. It is coming down to the wire in my fantasy league. My fantasy league is fucking crazy right now. I wish you guys cared, but it's, who cares about my fantasy team? I feel like the Blazers are trying to lose. The Blazers have not, to my knowledge, put any tanking measures into place as of yet. I know they've lost 5 in a row. They've had a pretty tough schedule, and I don't think anybody's sitting out for this game. Henderson under the rim. Goes to Reith. They give him space to shoot. It's off the front rim in the hands of Kamara. Out to Anthony Simons for 3. And it's a 3-point game. 8:20 to go. Timeout Raptors. We'll see if Pirtle and Barnes are back in after this. I need some blocks for my fantasy team. I need rebounds, blocks, and free throw percentage and field goal percentage. It is a tight league. They'll be talking about this semifinal for years to come. My trump card, though, is I have Giannis playing tonight. How many steals does Scotty have? Barnes tonight, 16 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 6 steals. Wow! 4x5 game for Scotty. He's got 0 blocks, so he's very far away from a 5x5. But wow, Barnes, 16, 6, 6, and 6. Man. Six, 6, 6. Shout out to 6. Go Blazers. Indeed. Go Blazers. If Blazers win, they will have earned my respect. Big time. I mean, I already have a lot of respect for the Blazers, to be honest. I do. I always had a soft spot for Dame and the Blazers, but not enough to like them. But they'd be doing us a really big favor if they were to come through tonight, especially with Philly winning earlier today. Quentin Grimes had a big game. Alvin Williams talk about the 3-ball being the equalizer. What are you talking about, Alvin? We let him shoot all game and win, right? Alvin Williams hates the 3-point shot. Yak is back in. So 16-4 run by the Blazers. Yak is back on the floor. Is Barnes still on? Doesn't know. It's Castleton, Pirtle, Lawson, Temple, and Battle. We'll see what the Raptors close with as Castleton misses in close and misses again in close. Pirtle gets the miss and puts it in. We'll see how long Yak lasts here. Kamara, stolen by Pirtle. Pirtle going coast to coast, throwing down. Oh my God. Jakob Pirtle takes it to the rack, puts it down, punches it. Timeout, 90-83. All right, game over. Take him out, bro. Take him out, bro. Oh my God, I've seen it all now. They just let him. They just let him, dude. Take him out now. All right, quick bathroom break. I'll be back for the last 7:30 of this game. Hit that like button while I'm gone and subscribe if you're new. Jakob will get the chain. I think so, too. We'll see if he gets taken out of the game here. So coast to coast for the dunk there. Let's see. Kids back in school tomorrow. I'll be extra careful. I don't drive, so I'm good. What is it, March break or something? It's got some good weather this week. It was really nice other than the rain today. I was at TFC. It was really nice weather for TFC yesterday. Pirtle's back in. I don't know about this, boss. Simons for 3. Doesn't go. Pirtle on the rebound. It's Pirtle, Castleton, Lawson, Abaji, and Battle. I don't know about this, Darko. Pirtle's winning us this game, man. Lawson blocked by Kamara. Massive block for the fantasy title. I need blocks. Kamara just got his second. 3 ball by Kamara. That helps your boy as well. Kamara was a late pickup today as a free agent. And what a signing. He could turn the tide. Lawson to Pirtle. Another floater. Spills away. Rebound Henderson. 4-point game. Everything coming down to the wire here. Henderson misses the layup. Castleton rebound. Putting it on the floor. Dump off to Battle. Just shoot it, bro. Abaji under the rim. Blocked by Klingon. Lawson gets the miss. To Battle. Kamara comes back to defend. Lawson has it again. Oh, about 6 to go. Battle 3 is good. Do they not have the scouting report, man? You're going to let this guy shoot? Come on, man. 7-point game. Portland got to do better with this. Another turnover by the Blazers. Lead pass. Abaji scores. Wow, we're winning this game. We're going to win 7 of 8 games. Oh, what are we doing? This was a losable one. Kamara 3. Man, this guy's on fire tonight. $95-89. Yeah, Masai needs to take over head coach and do this shit properly. Wow, Tumani Kamara might be the hero of this fantasy league. We suck. We suck at winning, and then we tried to stop winning. Now we suck at losing. This was like one of the losable games of the remaining schedule. This is one of our hardest games left in the schedule. And we're about to win this too. Oh, man. Can't win when we want to win. We can't lose when we want to lose. All right. 5:15 to go. Pirtle is out. Okay, major development. Jakob Pirtle removed from the game. Robinson has checked in. So it's Robinson, Castleton, Lawson, Abaji in Battle. I imagine this will be the 5 that closes the game. So Battle. So of the starters, Shed, Barnes, and Pirtle have come out. Battle is still in the game as a starter, as is Abaji. Robinson is in for Pirtle. Castleton's in for Barnes. And Lawson is in for Shed. So We're giving Portland the chance here with 5 minutes left. It's a turnover by the Raptors. We are giving Portland the opportunity to make this happen. They are still all out. They've got their starters in. There is no indication. There is no indication that Portland has any desire to lose this game. They've got their starters out. So yeah, Portland want to win this game, guys. Their starters are on the floor. Kamara, another three. Not this time. Klingon rebound. And loose ball foul. So Portland get the ball back. Kamara up top. Hands off to Simons, who's had a good day, I think. Simons baseline J doesn't go. Klingon gets the rebound, puts it in. Okay, this is going to be a problem, like a problem for the Raptors. Is Klingon's rebounding. No rebounders, good rebounders in for the Raptors. Orlando Robinson's a very poor rebounder. Caston's not great either. Klingon is a good rebounder. So offensive rebounds are going to be a problem for the Raptors for the rest of this game. And another rebound opportunity missed. Sharp has the defensive rebound for the Blazers. We're down by just 4. Sharp off the glass. No good. Another offensive rebound, and Klingon can't put it back, though. Another miss. Portland, if the Commanders don't know what's going on, they didn't do the scouting report, because this is how we close games, man. Abaji down low to Castleton. At least if we win, it's like really funny that the other team lost to a team that tried to like give you the win. Like, please, man, please win. And you didn't take the chance to win. That's like the only funny part of it. No Grady today for the Raptors. It's flat. Why is Castleton going to court? I don't know if you know what's going on here, Kobe, but the Raptors are not trying to win this game. Shaedon Sharp up the floor. Pulls up for 3. Doesn't go. Rebound of Dia. Goes at battle in the opposite corner to Simons for 3. 1-point game. Bad news, Kobe. We ain't trying to win this game. Abaji. With Avdia defending. Now Lawson. Lawson attacking Sharp. Corner 3 for Castleton. Doesn't go. 1-point game. Pirtle coming out has changed the game. The Blazers are in it. Sharp in the corner. Simons. Kamara. Will this be Portland's first lead? Yes. Portland's first lead since it was 2-0. Portland have led 2-0, and they've led 96-95. That's it. Kind of embarrassing, but you got to do it. You got to be shameless. Lawson for 3. Way off. Klingon rebound. Blazers fans getting into it. It's what needs to happen. 96-95. Avdia, wow. Got up, threw it down over Robinson. I mean, don't be talking shit if you're Portland. I mean, come on. Portland players, don't be talking shit. Like, just know we could have, if we wanted it, we could have had it. Man, like, 12 run. Y'all know what's going down. Don't be talking shit. Don't be fucking shoving guys. Like, listen, we wanted you, we had you. They gotta feel a little embarrassed here, no? This was a very aggressive tank tonight, but Philly won. Had to do it. And you know what? We haven't won it yet, but we haven't lost. Sorry. We haven't lost it yet. 99-97. Avdia to Simons for 3. That might be the dagger, ladies and gentlemen. 102-97 Blazers. Timeout. Had to do it, man. Yeah. It kind of sucks, but it sucks that the players have to go through this. That's what I most feel bad about. Because they don't want to lose, but they're kind of being forced to lose. Yeah, but it's what you got to do. Justin James, I don't know if you're watching this, but we are tanking very well right now. What are my thoughts on Kobe White's and 1-3 in the Raptors Bulls game? Do I think it was a foul? It was a while ago. Probably not foul, but that was a while ago now. Not over until it's over. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Whatever happens today, the Raptors gave it their best shot to lose. They gave it their best shot against Philly. They gave it a shot against Orlando. They're giving it a good shot here. Portland are good, actually. Portland are good. They are comfortably better than the Raptors today. But Raptors had a great game. Would have won if they wanted to win. They might still win anyways, man. Castleton to Abaji. Tough layup. Gets the roll. Wow. 3-point game. Portland. I wonder if we're down by 2. Or down by 3. What do we do? Do we try to score? I guess they will because they did against Orlando. Oh, boy. Portland are the best of the bad teams. I think a good way to put it. They're good. They're a tough team to beat. They're winning games. They're solid. Abaji to Robinson. Just shoot it, dude. Lawson for 3. No, Lawson to Abaji for 3. Front rim. And nearly gets his miss, but Simons has it. Blazers up 3. 45 seconds to go. At least it's been a quick game. I say that before. Watch it go to OT. Portland going to run the clock. Is this the dagger? 6 on the shot clock. Simons. Pass deflected by Lawson. Oh, they give it Raptors ball. And then Ben Taylor corrects himself. So, yeah, Portland should call timeout here. Run a good play. Raptors will get the last shot. Just run the whole clock. Let somebody ISO. Let somebody launch a 3, and let's see what happens. Wow. Barnes, 15-6-6-6 game. Barnes will end the night with 16 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 6 steals, 5 turnovers. But pretty cool stat line. Pirtle will end with 19 points on 9 of 13 shooting. 1 of 1 from 3. Surprised you didn't take another one. You made one. Feed the hot hand, right? Feed the hot hand. We're at 35 likes, guys, but we have 84 people watching. If we get 15 more likes, we'll get this stream up to 50 likes today. Support the channel. Support the stream. I'm enduring it just like you. Support your boy by hitting that like button. Should any man but The Rock wear a sleeveless top in public? Well, I don't know, dog. I'm rocking the sleeveless. I've worn a basketball jersey to a bar a few times. Simon's layup. Is this the dagger? It doesn't go. Klingon. Oh my God, he got the miss. Oh, but he's fouled. He missed, but he's fouled. So if Klingon gets one of these, it might be curtains for the Raptors. Robinson's upset. They're not going to challenge. Like in a real game, challenge this. Like, why not? Don't challenge. Let him do it. Let him cook. Klingon makes first free throw. That'll probably be that. Klingon's second free throw doesn't go. Tell ya, 4-point play to send it to OT. Lawson to battle for three. Nah, man. 1-point game. Oh, no. Avdia gets it into Sharp. They're going to have to foul. Simons has it. They're going to have to foul. Are they not going to foul? So now they're going to foul. 5.5 seconds. They're going to foul now. Dia to the line for the Blazers. Tough shot by Bow. Man, we've certainly been clutch in these tank offs. We've had some clutch moments. Did they take Battle out? Yeah, Naviata joining us. What's going on? Yeah, Yak made the first three of the game. First play of the game, they ran it for a corner three for Yak, and he made it. Avdia makes the first free throw. Second free throw coming up. Would make it a 3-point game. Raptors 5.5 seconds. Darko in this position did call a timeout against Orlando, so I would feel like he will do that here. He does. So he's giving his guys a chance to win the game. He's giving them the chance to win the game. Sorry, replying to a message here. I have a friend who is Pirtle in fantasy who's very upset that Pirtle's not playing in this game. Is tanking match fixing? A little bit, I guess. How long has it been a thing to pull your starters for the fourth quarter? You know what would be crazy? Run a play for Pirtle to take the game-tying three. Just fuck it. He's 1 of 1 tonight. Give him the shot. Give Jakob Pirtle the shot. All right, Castleton will inbound. They still have Robinson in the game. I feel like you should just... They took out Battle. That's crazy. They didn't... That's crazy. Battle's not even in for the fucking last shot. Castleton gets it in to Temple. Not Garrett Temple. They call a foul. They call it on the floor. Good foul by Portland. Good foul by Portland. So it'll send... Is it a bonus situation? I don't even think we're in the bonus yet. Good foul by Portland, though. It makes it hard to get the next minute. However, that was a tough shot. I feel like I'd let that shot go up if I'm Portland. But nonetheless, take two for the Raptors. They should just foul again, to be honest. They go to Robinson. He's open, and he's blocked by Thibault. Thibault's only contribution of the night. And that is gonna do it. All right. That is going to do it. Raptors led by 16. I think they led by 13 in the fourth quarter. They yanked Pirtle, they yanked Barnes. Portland go on a 16-0 run. And yeah, it is what it is. Portland win the game 105-102. So, yeah, doesn't obviously sit terrifically well to pull your starters in the last few minutes and kind of force your team to lose. But, we've got to understand the position we're in and the bigger picture. It sucks, right? It does kind of suck, but also you have to understand why it has to be done. So the Raptors pull out Pirtle, and that just changed the game. Lost their rebounding, lost their interior presence, lost their defense. And in the end, Portland come back and win this game. Yeah, I'll forget about this one. But I may not forget about the pick the Raptors end up with. It was a big, valuable loss as well because the Philadelphia 76ers managed to win today. So the Raptors will now be half a game back, or half a game up. I'm just trying to see how Brooklyn are doing. Brooklyn's about to win. I think Brooklyn are about to win as well. This is actually a big win for the Raptors. Big lot. Brooklyn are about to win. So Brooklyn and Philadelphia win today, and the Raptors lose. That's a big deal, man. The Raptors will be one game up on the Nets and half a game up on the Sixers. So definitely one they wanted to lose, and they made sure they lost. But look, a game like today, the first 3.5 quarters, Raptors played well. Like, if they wanted it, they would have had it. They played really well. The defense, whoever's in right now for the Raptors, the defense has been great. You got a really impressive statistical night from Barnes, 16, 6, 6, and 6. Pirtle had a 3. Pirtle was 9 of 13 with 8 rebounds. Battle, 3 of 5 from 3. Shed, 3 of 5 from 3. Robinson, 10 off the bench. Castleton, 8 off the bench. It was a great performance by the Raptors, but we are in a position right now where we have an understanding of the bigger picture, and we just need to accept that. So it's unfortunate, the position that the Raptors are in right now, but we need to understand who we are, right? And we need to take care of our business. And we took care of business today. The East is tragic. We're a part of it. It's disgusting. The NBA should try to look. I don't know what the solution is, but the NBA should look into solutions for the egregious tanking that is going on in the league right now. But that's that. The rules are what they are right now, but we got to take care of ourselves. We got to do it for ourselves. And the Raptors did it today. I don't it's kind of embarrassing. I just feel bad for the players because they don't want to lose. They want to win. They earned a win today. They played well enough to win. I'm sure they'll feel much better tonight with a win, on that flight, knowing they won, but there has to have been conversation with them about the bigger picture as well. All right, so that'll do it. Fun game. They played well. It was a fun game. They played well. Let's sim the lottery. See what we get. And we stay in 7th. Although it hasn't adjusted to our loss today. Let's, yeah, there we go. Still in 7th, but closer now. Now we sim it again, and we move down to 8th. Awesome. But as we know, our chances improve with every position. Better chance to go in the top 4. Better chance to get the number 1 pick. So give yourself a chance. Man, if Chicago got first, I'd be sick. I'd be sick if Chicago got the first pick. How many sims? Okay, well, there we go. First. Hey, how about that? Philly dropped to 8, lose their pick. We go to first. That's a draft. That is a draft that I want to see for sure. Damn, Utah have really tanked hard enough to catch the Wizards. Now that is all-time tanking work. Props to the Jazz for doing that. All right, guys. Tomorrow, I work all day. Usually I work after the stream on Monday, but the stream is going to be at 9:45 tomorrow because it's a West Coast game against Phoenix. I will see if I think I can be done work by the time the stream starts, but no guarantee. I'll list myself as probable, but there's a possibility of pulling out at game time. So we'll see, but I'll try to stream tomorrow as well for you guys. But that's it for the stream today. If you guys enjoyed, please hit the like button. We're 12 likes away from 50. We've got 68 people here, so if you haven't hit the like button, please make sure you've done that. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you're subscribed. And let's try to make that push for 19K before 20K by the end of 2025. Thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. Have a great rest of your Sunday.